from the police, Manuel going to be arrested. Deputy Minister of the South African Police, he is in visual, wherever he is. All MECs visual that are in attendance, Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee and members of the Portfolio Committee, National Commissioner of the South African Police that will join us later here, Deputy National Commissioners, Provincial Commissioners and Divisional Commissioners, the Statistician General, Mr. Malulega, who has apologized, the Secretary of Police, Rapia, the CEO of SIRA, Mrs. Shem Shauga here, and the senior officers and the heads of all South African police entities. This morning, I addressed the nation for the third time since 2018 on the pertinent subjects of the annual release of crime statistics. This talks directly to our service delivery agreement, ensuring that the people of South Africa are safe and feel safe. In 2016, Cabinet took a resolution for the quarterly release of crime statistics. It is on that score that the release of the annual crime statistics is released a month earlier in July, as opposed to the tradition of many years of releasing the statistics in September. Members of the media, going forward, the crime statistics will be released quarterly, and we certainly believe that the new approach will allow for timeous intervention measures aimed at crime reduction. The crime statistics are an important link in the value chain of the statistics system, which informs policy direction in the criminal justice system. The involvement of the Statistics South Africa further ensures the data integrity in the process. Fellow South Africans, the crime statistics for 2019-2020 reflects the slowing down of the increase in violent crimes. Indeed, we are not where we want to be. However, we are pleased with the improvement in most stubborn crime categories. In conduct crimes, particular murder, we have recorded a trend of halving the case increase in the past 3 years. In 2017-2018, the case difference was 1,320. 2018-2019, the difference was 686. In 2019-2020, we have recorded a case difference of 303. Equally, on the 17 community-reported crimes, we have recorded a noticeable decrease of 2.7 as compared to an increase of 0.7 last year. Another crime category worth mentioning is that of a stock theft, which recorded an increase in the past 3 years. Last year, we made a commitment to deploy intervention measures in this regard, which proved to be yielding positive results. Hence, stock theft has recorded a decrease of 4.2%. I always argue that the same resources that are deployed to fight aggravated robberies must equally be channeled to address stock theft, as this is regarded as a serious crime to rural areas. Well, there is always an argument here to say, if it is a cash height, if it is a bank robbery, you deploy everybody, you deploy helicopters. When it is a stock theft, we are slacking. Whereas the wealth for those people that are in the rural areas having this stock, this cattle and all that, to them is enough wealth to be protected. Members of the media, another important category that has recorded a significant decrease is property-related crimes, where all crimes under the category indicated a major decrease, including burglary at the residential premises, which has declined by 6.7%. Furthermore, robbery at the residential properties has also recorded a decrease of 5.8%. The significant reduction in the crime of fear contributes positively towards police and community relations. When families feel safe in their homes, it builds and enhances confidence in the police and the justice system. Meanwhile, Under subcategory aggravated robbery, robbery of a cash in transit recorded a decrease of 10.4%, and bank robberies declined by 100%. Well, there were 4 last year, and there was nothing this year. This 100%, it sounds big, but only just 4. During the period under review, there were no bank robberies in South Africa. However, in the same category, car hijacking and truck hijacking have recorded an increase of 13.3% and 1.7% respectively. Operational interventions have been deployed accordingly to address the growing increase. Fellow South Africans, this category of crime, this is sexual offences, has terrorized most households and communities, as most of these crimes happen behind closed doors and only publicized when the offence has been committed, and in most cases when victims of crime are no more. Awareness campaign of the gender-based violence and femicide must be intensified. Private sector and gender activist organizations must work together with the government to defeat the scourge of exposed perpetrators in this regard. It is of concern that educational institutions are becoming hotbeds for sexual violence. 380 cases of rape were reported at either school, universities, colleges, or day center facilities. Certain categories of sexual offences have recorded a decrease, while other categories are on the increase. Major General Skukun will elaborate more on this category when he gives a presentation. Cheers. Top 30 stations. Ladies and gentlemen, last year we made a commitment that there cannot be police stations that will be permanently in the top 30 if we are indeed serious about halving violent crime in the next decade. During the reporting period of 2019-2020, we have experienced significant improvement in about 12 stations which were stubborn over the past year. The dominating provinces in the top 30 stations, particularly in murder and rape, are KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Eastern Cape, and Western Cape. Western Cape recent crime statistics also show us that specialized policing in targeting areas does produce results. The additional resources on the Operation Lockdown and Operation Thunder and anti-gang unit in Western Cape has decreased the murder rate and overall serious crime in the province. For the first time in many years, Nyanga police station has recorded a 36.0 decrease in murder. For the last 5 years, Nyanga has been the capital of murder, but this time, because of the specialized approach, Nyanga has decreased 36%. Even last year, there was a decrease. We are indeed turning the tide against crime, especially in that province. KwaZulu-Natal, unfortunately, the same cannot be said about my home province. Ladies and gentlemen, the province has recorded the highest number of murders out of all the 9 provinces, which increased by 10.6%. KZN also recorded an increase in sexual offences and trio crimes. Operational interventions are in place to stabilize KZN, including strengthening the resources under Operation Vala in KwaZulu-Natal. Policing and COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has drastically defined traditional policing. Social distancing is the new norm, effecting and arrest and deployment at the community service center certainly demands a different standard operating procedures. All men and women in blue in the Republic of South Africa collided with the drastic turn of events and had to immediately adjust while focused on the saving and protecting the nation. This invisible enemy is brutal and it is attacking everyone. In the call of duty during this pandemic, the SAPS has lost a total number of 113 police officers, while 12,138 have contracted the virus, with 254 hospitalized and 4,904 recoveries. So may you pass our condolences to the members that have perished on the line of duty. We'd like to pay our respect and salute the role of our departed members in the fight against crime. We also want to convey our sincere condolences in the families, their children, spouses, colleagues, and their friends. COVID-19 has really tempered severely with the spirit of Ubuntu. Today, we cannot bury our police members. Many of them could not be afforded the send-off they deserve, and this is very painful, ladies and gentlemen. But we will continue to soldier on and serve the nation. Lastly, on the subject, I would like to further encourage all men and women in blue to continue to serve and protect and hold the South African flag in the highest esteem. Members of the media, on another subject related to policing, allow me to take this opportunity and convey our full appreciation to Parliament and Portfolio Committee on Police of the finalization of the appointment of the Executive Director of the Independent Police Investigation, IPID. To this end, Ms. Jennifer Tlaseng has been appointed as Executive Director of IPID, and she is bringing much-needed capacity, expertise, and skills in the environment. We trust that her appointment will bring about much stability and direction for the entity to conduct its work without fear or favor. Equally, I would like to thank the acting IPID Executive Director, Mr. Patrick Seteri, and previous acting IPID, Mr. Victor Sena, in the running the department with due diligence and for contributing positively to service delivery. Firearm Amnesty. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday Parliament approved the new amnesty period, which is scheduled to commence on the 1st of August 2020. The proliferation of illegal firearms remains a major contributor to crime levels in the country. The 2019 Firearms Amnesty commenced on the 1st of December 2019 and was meant to run until the end of May 2020. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, the amnesty period was severely affected and disturbed the SAP's ability to fully and effectively reduce the amount of illegal possessed firearms in circulation. In the previous amnesty period, 44,033 firearms and 246,000 rounds of ammunition were surrendered. Over 19,000 new applications of expired licenses were received. We will really, on this one, encourage those that they have expired licenses to use this opportunity, because we know that the court has finally decided to say those firearms that have expired licenses are illegal. But we hope that this space will be used to make sure that those guns are given their legalities too by getting the new licenses. We don't want confrontation on this, but if people don't follow the law, will have to be an action from the side of the police. Conclusion, ladies and gentlemen of the media, while businesses, schools, places of worship and many other public spaces were forced to close or scale down operations due to COVID-19, the same cannot be said for criminal syndicates, rapists, drug cartels, gangsters, hijackers, murderers and burglars. Hence, the South African Police Service throughout the pandemic and beyond continues endeavor to safeguard the country as per our constitutional mandate. For that, I would like to thank the quick response of the police from Northern Cape after the matter of the elderly farm family that was brutally killed. We're very glad that police have acted and the 5 people have been arrested on that. Then the National Commissioner, but that there is General Skukune here, he will take us through to the actual figures that we have achieved going forward. So I will allow that General Skukune take all of us through on the actual and raw figures as we have worked on them. Thank you very much.